a journey of home renovation and maintenance. Welcome to Maintaining 18.
This maintenance has something to do with the little ones. Enough said. The challenge is that the premium and whitest paints spilled on the recently cleaned carpet. Being recently cleaned is terrible because the carpet's stain protectant has diminished. Kofi discovered the mishap about 10 minutes after it happened. Well, to delay the drying process of the paint, water was added, about 32 ounces. In some areas, paint remover was applied. Typically, to clean a mess like this, it would be sopped up with a cloth. Well, this is a lot of paint, and it requires a lot of cloth, which Kofi did not have. Kofi therefore decided to take the more efficient route and rent a carpet cleaner. The optional hose is very much needed in this case. What you're seeing is the beginning of the cleaning process. Kofi is removing the water and paint mixture from the carpet using the carpet cleaner. Nothing else is applied at this point. No detergents, no soap, nothing. Just pulling the water that was poured down earlier. Initially, Kofi did not use the spray to dispense the hot water, given Kofi had poured it out previously. Kofi now began using the dispenser from the carpet cleaner, since the water was all pulled out of the carpet. Kofi repeated for some minutes. Paint dripped off the edge of the chest of drawers, forming a line. The process to clean this paint was similar to the one before. Water, vacuum the water up, and repeat. Kofi poured water on the painted areas and vacuumed the water up. This process continued until the water was clearer. A little clarification. Notice the white ring that formed? Well, that cleared up, and not only did the white ring clear up, but the water coming into the carpet cleaner also cleared up. Note, the pace at which Kofi worked was much slower than depicted. Hot water took Kofi this far. Kofi then mixed hot water with soap, agitated the area with the mixture, and that released more of the paint from the carpet. If it's your first time here, please consider subscribing. The channel is about home renovation and maintenance, as seen from the eyes of a homeowner. Kofi then switched to the handheld cleaner attachment, getting closer to the action and repeating the steps at quicker pace. This next level of equipment allowed Kofi to saturate the carpet a little bit more and concentrate in certain areas. The area Kofi has been focusing on does look much cleaner than the surrounding areas. There's some paint remaining a bit deeper down. This has to be removed with a paint remover. There's some smaller spots and streaks. These were removed by applying paint remover, then hot soapy water, and then gently scrubbing the area. This worked a bit, but there were some stubborn areas where the paint was stuck to the very top of the carpet fibers. Although these areas were moistened with water and paint remover applied, they ended up drying as Kofi concentrated on the larger spots. These small patches of paint have dried and they're flaky, so Kofi used a toothbrush to scrape them off. It worked, but some parts are a little bit stubborn. Kofi does miss those hard toothbrushes. Now, these days you get medium bristle or soft bristle. There's a technique to this. When brushing the carpet, the strands will lay flat and the brush bristle will pass right over the strand, missing the paint. So Kofi used his finger as a stop. This allowed the bristles to be more effective in removing the dried paint. Kofi also brushed the carpet in several different directions. Kofi also brushed in a scooping manner, down into the carpet, then up, whereas when soap was being applied, it was in a circular motion. What a contrast. Notice the end of the toothbrush has been cut off. This is how Kofi identifies toothbrushes which are used for construction. Clever. The task began to get tedious with very little reward. The paint was coming up very slowly, but it has dried. So, Kofi had a plan. Call it done for now. During regular vacuuming of the carpet, Kofi will apply a latex paint remover and then, after a few minutes, perform the vacuuming. The brush of the vacuum, which is the agitator, will do the work of the toothbrush, and the suction will keep the bristles upright while the brush brushes. Over time, the remains of the paint, which is a few small spots here and there, will disappear. Well, it didn't help matters that the bristles of the toothbrush began to soften and its effectiveness diminished. There were a couple of challenges in the beginning. For one, Kofi wanted to apply only hot water to the carpet. No soaps, no shampoo, no nothing. Just hot water. The problem was there was a lot of, I guess, detergent residue in the reservoir of the clean, excuse me, of the carpet cleaner. This was a problem. Before Kofi returned the machine, he ensured that he rinsed it clean. Kofi is indeed thorough. Kofi then wiped the machine down, and this also included the wheels. Now, this next part is often missed. There is a brush under the unit. It has to be cleaned of lint, and Kofi also hosed it down because it was messy with splashes. The next person who rents should have a fresh machine to begin with. Happy, happy, joy, joy. That's it for today's presentation. The day is won.